Greetings, solo gamers. This is Solitarius. I'm here with a brand new series called Into the Unknown, where I play a board game on camera for you for the very first time and give you my first impressions of the game. This game is Astro Knights Eternity. Astro Knights Eternity is a standalone expansion to Astro Knights, which is itself a reimagining of the classic cooperative deck building game Aeon's End. Aeon's End is just one of those solo games that's kind of dominated people's favorite deck builders. It's dominated top solo games lists for years and years and years. There are many, many expansions. There's a legacy expansion, and now there's this reimagining called Astro Knights. It's more than just a retheme. It changes some of the rules, and I've heard that Astro Knights Eternity comes with some brand new mechanics that are borrowed from some of the Aeon's End games, and perhaps even some new mechanics. My plan originally was to play the game a few times and then set up a playthrough once I was familiar with it, but I've played so much Aeon's End, and I've played so much Astro Knights that I thought maybe I would this time just play it completely blind. So I have never played this game before. I played the original Astro Knights and I played Aeon's End, but I haven't played this expansion, this new base game. I have two brand new heroes that I have never played before, but since this is so identical in gameplay with just a couple of changes, I thought I would just give it a try and see how it goes so you can see how it plays. I'm not going to explain the rules of the game. I'm just going to dive in. If you don't know how to play Astro Knights or Aeon's End, you can check. There are many playthrough videos and how to play videos out here. I want to show you some of the new content today. So I've set up my two heroes. I have Tsana and Reshi. I honestly just picked these two because they are the characters that are on the basic cards, and I wanted to see what they were like. So they're slightly different. Tsana has this power. Activate during your main phase. Attack with all your weapons. You may lose any number of slots to return that many weapons from your discard pile to your hand. So she can actually lose. Looks like she can spend her weapon slots for attacks. That's pretty interesting. We'll see how that plays out. And then we have activate during your main phase. Power up the home world. Then any ally, which would be Tsana in this case, draws cards equal to the amount of power the home world has. Okay, so the home world can have up to 2 power. So interesting. All right, so she's going to be helping out the home world. My home world is actually Dirath. It has 30 health. And for our villain, we're going to be up against the Dirathian Behemoth. Dirathian Behemoth begins with 60 health. I've actually not set him up yet. So the Dirathian Behemoth is going to start with 60 health. That is a lot. It's a very strong enemy. Set up, place the level 1 token into play, which I've already done. If you're playing with 1, 2, or 3 players, discard 18, 12, or 6 cards from the boss deck, then flip over this mat. So I'm playing with 2, so we're going to discard 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that will randomize the boss every game. So I like that, taking out the cards. That means that the Dirathian Behemoth is going to be different every game, which adds variety to the gameplay. What does level 1 have any abilities? During the boss phase, draw and resolve an additional card from the boss deck. So I guess he's going to be resolving 2 cards each turn. We'll see how that plays out. That sounds terrible. So Astro Knights Eternity actually comes with this narrative booklet. So I'm actually playing the first mission, and I have things set up. You actually only get access during the first mission to certain heroes and 1 villain, and then the game actually comes with some unlockable stuff as well, things in envelopes that you find out later. So I'm just going to go ahead and play. So as true Astro Knight veterans know about this game, you start by flipping the turn order card, and we're going to begin with player 2. So player 2 is Reshi. So Reshi has a standard hand of cards, which is going to be 3 fuel. She's going to have 1 weapon. Reshi also has an afterburn ability. You may place a card you gained this turn on top of your deck. So she can buy cards and play them instantly. So following the turn order, I'm just going to make sure I use this so I don't make any egregious errors during this playthrough. Reshi first is going to attack, but she has no weapons equipped yet. So first, I'm going to equip this blaster like so. Let me move these up a little bit. So I'm going to equip that blaster. And she has one slot, so she can only hold that one weapon. And she can hold up to two. There's no equip action. So then she just has this 4 fuel to spend. So she's going to spend her 4 fuel. Let's play them down there. And what can she get for 4? She could get this ectoplasm card. The active player gains one fuel. Return this card to your hand. So this is when you bolster. Oh, bolster is a new action in this game. I believe it's if you can play this card on another player's turn. So you play this, if I were to play this on Tsana's turn, that player would gain, Tsana would gain a fuel, and then I'd just bring it back to my hand. So that's really interesting, actually. Yeah, I'm going to buy this card. So I purchased this card, and I don't have anything else to activate, so I'm going to place all the fuel and tech you've played this turn on top of my discard pile, in any order. So, discard pile. In any order. If you have cards in your hand that haven't been played, you can keep them, which I don't. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand, and I only have 5 more cards, and they are the starting cards, and Tsana has these same cards, of course, in her draw pile as well. So we'll put that there. That's her active hand. I'm going to flip over the next turn order card, and it's player 2 again. I'm pretty sure I shuffled these cards. I guess we'll find out. So I can now deal damage. So Reshi's going to fire. I place that card in my discard pile. I'm going to equip this blaster. Still have 1 weapon slot, and I once again have 4. I have 4 fuel, but I have an afterburn ability in my deck. So afterburn is on the player phase. Activate an afterburn effect on in your discard pile. So this is, you may place the card you gain this turn on top of your deck. So the next card I play, I can actually use right away. So what's this pistol? Deal 2 damage. If you have fewer than 5 cards in your hand, increase that damage by 1. Interesting. So if I end up having to discard cards, there's another ectoplasm. I'm pretty sure I shuffled these. Oh, I did not. So I'm gonna give my market cards a good shuffle. All right, given this, I don't know if this changes anything. So there is this this card here. Any player can destroy a card in their hand or discard pile. Any player gains a slot. So I can start getting rid of cheap cards. That could be good. Or I could gain 2, and then any ally may discard a card. If they do, gain 3 instead. So I can have my ally discard a card. Or I can get a better attack card. So I can actually, interesting. What do I want to do? So I'm going to buy Tay's Tethers. Yes. And this is going to go on top of my deck. I'm going to now, that's equipped. I'm going to discard these in any order, doesn't matter. I'm going to now draw cards until I have 5 in my hand, so I'm going to flip that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should only have 1. Yeah, I only have the 1 weapon. So this becomes my draw pile. This card should be on top. And I'm going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got my 5 cards for the next round. Next, all right, we've got a boss turn. Okay, so for the boss turn, there's nothing out yet, so we don't have any, we don't have to resolve anything, resolve the activate effect, and we don't have to resolve the activate effect of any minions, so I'm just going to draw a card from the boss deck. So, draw a card from the boss deck. It's a minion. So it says, if it's a minion card, put it into play with the number of health tokens shown at the heart. So I'm going to put this in play with 3 heart tokens on it. And he's going to hit the home world. And level 1 says, during the boss's draw phase, draw and resolve an additional card from the boss deck. So he's going to draw a second card from the boss deck. The players collectively discard 2 cards. So I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard these 2 cards because this has an afterburn effect, and I haven't played yet. So shoot. I'm going to discard this 1 attack card and then this gain card. Okay, there we go. And that is that. The boss will discard. This minion is still in play. All right, next in the turn order, we have player number 1. All right, so player number 1 is down 2 cards, which is unfortunate for her first turn. So she only has 2. I don't know if there's anything in the market that she can buy. So I can't power up the homeworld, and I can't buy anything, so I'm just going to boost this. So if my equip action is to gain an empty slot, so I'm up at 1. Oh, actually, I can't equip, can I? Because I can't equip if I have no slots. So this could be very, very bad. Let me take this back. I'm actually going to discard both weapons because I didn't realize I didn't have any slots. I've got 3, so I might spend this on get a better fuel. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to discard these in any order. Discard them like this. Right? Yes. So I'm going to discard them in this order. I'm going to draw these cards for my next hand. Hopefully I'll be able to attack on my next turn. All right, player 1 again. All right, player 1 again. So now I've got 4. So, and do I have a slot yet? I don't have a slot. So I'm going to have to pay for a slot, aren't I? So I'm going to pay 3. Probably should have spent 3 last time to get a slot, but that's all right. I'm going to pay 3. I can't equip, can I? No, I can. I can equip. Yeah, so I'm going to pay 3. I'm going to equip this weapon and then discard these cards. And I'm going to flip my discard pile over and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I've got 5 cards back in my hand, including 2 weapons. All right, and this is going to be the boss card next. All right, boss's turn. So activate. The home world is going to suffer a damage. The home world is down to 29. The boss is going to draw 2 cards as per its power. So the players collectively discard 2 cards. Oh, I'm already down 2 cards, aren't I? I guess I'm going to discard my power and just save that weapon. And I'm going to have to discard as well. I'm probably just going to discard my weapons again. I don't like that, but I'm going to have to, I think. Because I really want to be able to buy something. So we'll do that. And that was the first boss card. The second boss card is the player with the fewest slots suffers a damage. Another player loses a slot. So who's got the fewest slots? It's either 1. So I guess we'll have you. I'll take a damage. And then she's going to lose a slot. Next. All right, we got player 1. So player 1 has 4. She have any afterburn effects? No afterburn effects. So she's got 4. What's she going to spend on? I can discard, but I've only got 1. My other character here, Reshi, only has 1 card. So I got 4 to spend. I'm going to maybe spend it on an attack card, or should I get more fuel? I'm going to get another fuel card. This one, if you have 3 or more equipped weapons, I gain 3 instead. So this one's actually going to reward me for equipping weapons, which could be good or bad. So I'm going to put these 2 guys together in the discard pile, like that. And I'm going to draw 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will be my hand. Place it on there. And next card in the turn order is the boss once more. So the homeworld's going to suffer another damage. Boss is going to draw a card. We have a strike. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage and discards a card. So who's got the most slots? It's me. So I'm going to discard my card. I'm going to take 2 more damage. I feel like this is a really, really tough boss right out of the gate. And then we've got the claw. The homeworld suffers 1 damage and powers down. So suffers 1 damage and powers down. Next in turn order is, once again, player 1. So player 2 is actually going to lose their entire turn, except for being able to fire this blast. So now she's got 5 energy. So there's this bigger attack, deal 4 damage. An ally may discard a card. If they do, deal 2 damage to a minion. So an ally may discard a card. 2 damage to a minion. So yeah, let's buy this. So I'll put that there, and then put my cards here. Flip this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what I get. I got 3 weapons, which I don't need, but I do have enough money at least to buy a slot, so I can at least equip one of these weapons next turn. All right, there we go. And we're going to flip the next card. It is player 2's turn. Player 2 can only fire this card and deal a damage. So I guess I'm just going to take out this, try to take out this minion. I'm going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got some fuel, got a weapon, and got some more fuel. Okay. Next, villain? Yes, villain. So we deal 1 damage to the homeworld. Draw a card. The homeworld suffers another damage and powers down. The claw. We pull another card. Any player suffers 3 damage or discard 3 cards from the boss deck. So I'm going to do 3 cards, I guess. 1, 2, 3. That's going to really rush. It's going to really rush things, but I really don't want to take 3 damage. Next is going to be player 2. So player 2 is actually going to get a turn, which is fantastic. So I'm going to equip this card, the blaster. Oh, I could have used bolster on my turn. I didn't even think about that. I could have used that bolster effect. I'm not going to play this very well. I can already tell. So I've got 2, 4, 5. So I do have 5. Anything interesting for 5? Any ally may discard a card. If they do, place the next card you gain this turn into your hand. Okay. But I've already got that on my afterburn effect, don't I? Yeah, so I can place the well, not in my hand though. This is on top of my deck. In my hand is pretty good. I'm going to buy this this weapon, which I'm going to put on top of my deck. That costs 3. I've got 2 more. For 2 more, I'm going to power up, like so. All right. And I'm going to put these in my discard pile and draw up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got some fuel and a weapon. All right. There we go. That was Reshi's turn. And that is the end. So we're going to shuffle the turn order card again. I think I'm going to definitely lose to this behemoth. I have not played Aeon's End or Astro Knights for like 6 months. So I'm just playing horribly, and I'm not familiar with any of these market cards. I do not know if I'm buying the right combos. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants to try this out. So of course, the boss goes again. He's going to draw 2. Need to deal a damage to the home world. You draw a card here, so it's another minion. This one is discard a card from the boss's deck. Any player suffers a damage, and that's every time it activates. It does only have 2 health, so it is possible I could take that guy out. And then we have any player suffers 2 damage, discard a card from the boss deck. I'm out of cards, so I have to take the draw pile. I have to shuffle it. I have to take this token and put a level 2 token. Does it have an effect? Instant. Minions in play gain 1 health. Fantastic. All right. Minions in play gain 1 health. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I have to discard one of them and go from there. All right. So now during the boss phase, draw and resolve an additional card from... Okay. So it's just, again, just resolving 2. Minions enter... with +1 health. So minions enter with +1 health. Is that? I guess that's also an effect too. So the minions are going to come in with +1 health. Fantastic. All right. Oh, this is not going to be good. Next, I think that was 2 cards from the boss. I'm going to flip this. This is player 2. Okay, player 2 is going to attack. Player 2 is going to attack this the Frostbite Bilax. It's going to equip this card, the Tase Tethers, and it's got 4 spending, 4 money. I like this one. I like Flashbang because I can get some health back. So I'm gonna spend 3 for this, and I'm gonna put this in my discard pile. We'll put it like that, like so. I've got my afterburn effect for the next hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2 weapons, so I might want to invest in another slot the next time. We'll see how that goes. All right, come on, player 1. All right, player 1 has nothing equipped. But if you can discard a card to get 3, so let's see, would it be more advantageous to get 5 or to, you know what, I'm going to spend these cards to give myself a slot so I can equip a weapon. I know, I'm going to equip this one. I gain a slot, so I now have 2. And then I'll equip that one as well. So should I hang on to this or should I? I'm going to discard this one as well. So I'm going to discard these like this and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should get another weapon, right? Yes, I do have another weapon. Maybe I should have kept that blaster. This one can deal 4 damage though. All right. To the next cards. The next card is going to be player 2. So player 2 is going to get a turn. This is bad. It means the boss is going to go like twice in a row, of course. So I'm going to deal this. Any ally may discard a card to increase the damage by 2. I don't need to increase the damage by 2 because I'm going to try to take out the Frostbite Bilax. So I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm going to do that for 2. This card goes into the discard pile. I could, 1, 2... Oh, I forgot to bolster of course, I keep forgetting to bolster with ectoplasm. Okay, so 4. I've got 4. I could buy Flashbang myself, or I could give myself another slot. And let's do, since Flashbang is so cheap, let's just do that. All right, so I'm going to equip, I'll give myself a slot. I'm going to equip both of these guys for the next turn. All right, 2 cards left. Could be a boss, could be player 2. Okay, it's boss. Boss is going to flip 2 cards over. No, actually, it's going to activate. Homeworld suffers a damage. Behemoth. Players collectively discard 2 cards. All right, collectively discard. Collectively. So I forgot to draw for Reshi. So, I guess I'll just discard no, I'm going to discard my Afterburn card first. I have no bolster. I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll just do that, and I'll just attack with Reshi instead. Yeah, that's fine. All right, next. Oh, that's not it. I still got to draw another one. Players collectively discard 2 cards. So maybe I'll discard 2 from here, like that. I don't like all this discarding. This guy is really, really annoying. All right, next should be player 1. Yes, so player 1 is going to bring a big attack finally. So, well, okay, kind of. 2 damage. It's going to do 2 damage here. Try to take this guy out who keeps hitting our base. I'm going to do this, and I need something to spend 2 on. I guess I'm just going to have to power up. So I'm going to power up with that. I don't have a bolster effect. And I'm going to discard. So I've got my Atmos scope ready to go for my next turn. I need to draw cards for this player as well. Shuffle the turn order cards. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I actually get no weapons this next turn, but I get a lot of fuel. We'll see if that does anything for me. Next, player 1. All right, so I'm going to fire the Atmoscope. An ally may discard a card. If they do, deal 2 damage to a minion. Yes, I'm going to do that. So, so I'm going to discard a card, which I couldn't really use anyway. And I'm going to deal damage to a minion. So this minion is gone. And then this is going to deal 4 damage to the beast. 2, 3, 4. All right. Just like that. And now what can I buy? So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 7. So I could buy this. 5 damage, overcharge the top card of the tech in the supply. So this would also let me play tech cards out of the supply. I really like that. Let's do that. So I'm going to buy this one for 7 and discard these like so and draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we've got 2 weapons, 3 weapons, and I can get another slot. And I've got only 2 fuel, which I'll probably just gain a slot with. Anyway, flipping over the next card, player 1 again. Okay, I get to carry that plan out. So I'm going to equip this, gain a slot. I'm going to equip these 3 weapons like that. I'm just going to charge up with 2 and discard those. And that's the end of my turn. I'm going to, actually not the end of my turn, I'm going to draw 5. Flip these over, 1, 2, 3. And all right, I've got 3 weapons. I got 3 slots. Maybe I can start finally getting somewhere against this beast. Come on, give me another player. There we go. Yes. All right, so these are equipped, and this is my hand. So I'm going to deal 1 damage, increase that damage by 2. So I could deal 5 damage if I'm willing to discard something. Am I willing to discard something? Yes, I will discard this. So I can deal extra damage. So I'm going to deal 5 damage. Excellent. So I deal 5 damage to the beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling good about that. And then I've got these 2 that I'm going to equip. And after I attack, I'm going to gain a health back. And I can destroy the top card of any supply deck, which would be nice. Little deck manipulation, little market manipulation. All right, 5 cards. I've got 5 cards. I've got this weapon is good. And I've got a bunch of fuel. That's what I'm looking for. Buy some stuff for myself. There, of course, is the boss turn. Now, I don't have any minions to activate. Finally, so the boss is going to flip 2 cards. Player with the fewest slots suffers 1 damage. Another player loses a slot. So there goes my dream. I'm gonna have to make a rules call. I don't have time to. I don't want to look it up. So I'm gonna just discard one of my equipped weapons. No biggie. Next, is that 2? No, that was 1, wasn't it? All right, so draw another card. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage and discards a card. So that's either 1. So can you afford to discard a card? You was going to buy a weapon. So can I afford to discard a card? Maybe. Yeah, I'll discard that card. And what is it? I take some damage. Oh, 2 damage. Ouch. That might not have been a good idea. All right, I'm dying over here, literally. Let's see what happens next. Another boss turn. Oh, good grief. I do get a hero turn. What's he going to do? The homeworld suffers 1 damage. That one is okay. I don't mind that one as much. Let's have another one. Let's have another claw. Yes, the homeworld suffers 1 damage. Okay, not too bad. I can take that. Okay, player 2. Okay, player 2 is going to fire these. He's going to deal 2 damage and gain 1 health. So gain 1 health, deal 2 damage, and I can destroy one of these cards. I guess I can't look at the next card underneath, can I? Any player may destroy. I'm gonna discard this one. Okay, because I have a weapon that lets me play the top card of that. So I'm gonna equip this guy. I need to play this too. So that's 1, 2, 3 damage. So I'm gonna do that to the beast. 1, 2, 3. The beast is down to 48. Still pretty high. And then I've got this bolster. I need to remember to use this bolster on my ally's turn. All right, and that is that. The beast brought the hurt, but he has no allies out. This is just a very aggressive. Just hits us for damage and knocks cards out of our hands. This is a tough and kind of annoying villain. All right, 2 is me again. We got Reshi. Well, not me. They're both me. I guess I'm both controlling them. So he's going to deal 2. I can discard a card. But I'm actually not going to. I'm going to keep these. Although, yeah, I'll discard a card for 2, and I'll just return the favor. So I think that was on the 2. So it's going to deal 4 damage to the beast. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, down to 44. I've got just some cards here. So I got 4 money. What's this card do? Your homeworld powers up. You may destroy the top card. Each ally with fewer than 5 cards in their hand draws a card. That actually might be handy with this boss. Or should I just start attacking? I think I need to do the flashbang and gain a health. So I'm going to buy the flashbang and put the flashbang. Actually, looking at my way my cards are separated, I probably need to do that. All right, there we go. And I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into my hand. All right, I've got a lot of fuel. Nothing exciting. Player 1's turn. So player 1 is going to deal 1, 2 damage to the boss. 1, 2. And she is going to equip these cards like so. I got to deal 4 damage. And then I've got to deal 5 damage. So I'm going to deal a lot of damage there. And if I can get... Do I need anything, though, for 3? This rocket launcher would be great. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to discard this one to get the afterburn effect. And I'm going to have 3, and I'm going to use that 3 to gain another slot. Like that. So now I've got 3. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course I gained a slot, and I have no weapons for it. All right, well planned. All right, boss's turn, has no minions. He's just going to draw the next card. The homeworld suffers 2 damage. 1, 2. The homeworld is almost halfway destroyed. And then we have any player and the homeworld suffer 1 damage. All right, so we'll suffer 1 damage for Tsana, and the homeworld suffers a damage. And we go to the next player. It is player 2. So player 2 has no equipped weapons. Player 2 is going to buy this rocket launcher for 4. I like that. All right, buy that rocket launcher. Going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, I've got several weapons. Now I have too many weapons. I really should space out. I have control over this this pile. I really ought to space it out. I'm not thinking through that very strategically. All right, next is the boss turn. Boss is going to draw the top card. The homeworld suffers a damage, of course. And any player suffers 3 damage or discard 3 cards. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 at this point. All right. This hasn't happened yet because the boss hasn't drawn any cards yet. We're going to wait. We're going to wait on that. All right, so player 1. Player 1 has some... they've got some really great weapons, don't they? So deal 5 damage and overcharge the top card of the tech supply, which is this. This is good. This is... Okay, it's okay. But I do get to deal 5 damage, which I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to activate this. The homeworld powers up. Excellent. The homeworld is powered up. And I could destroy the top card of any supply. I don't mind them. Maybe this one's expensive. Okay, this 5. I'll do that. I'll discard that. Fantastic. Okay, so that was 5 damage. That has been dealt. And then we have 4 damage, and I can discard a card. A minion gets to, but there's no minions in play. So I'm just going to deal, this is just going to deal a straight 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the beast is nearing the halfway point, which is good. And now I'm going to play my cards. This one is good if I have weapons equipped, but I don't have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can spend 6. I probably shouldn't have discarded that card for 6, should I? Then I discard a weapon for 6. No, I guess not. Was it this one? Yeah, what was this? Deal 1 damage. Return a card from your discard pile to your hand. So I could use this as a bolster activity. Well, I'll just discard it. We'll do the remote detonator attack for 4 damage. So let's space these out. Let's put those down like that. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I got my next hand. I only have 2 weapons. I need to get more weapons. All right, ready to go. We're going to shuffle these up. Hopefully we can keep the boss at level 2 for a couple more turns. Let's see. Let's see if we'll have some luck with that. I need to get some weapons equipped. All right, player 2. So player 2 is definitely going to equip some weapons. I'm going to equip my strongest weapons, and I'll probably just discard the others. So I only have 1 power. I can gain something, but I'm just gonna discard these like that, and just have equipped those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I got a couple more weapons. That's good. That'll be my turn. Boss turn. Boss turn. Okay, so the boss is going to level up to 3. This is his final level. Minions in play gain a health, and now each minion's going to enter with 2 health. I actually don't really have very many minions, do I? So fortunately, this didn't really affect anything. And the boss card draws and resolve 2 cards. So he really doesn't get any stronger. He just kind of starts hard, and then we just have to rise to the occasion. But I am gonna have to draw 2 cards. So player with the most slots suffers 2 damage and discards a card. So 1, 2. I have to discard a card. I almost feel like that's worse at this point. So I'll discard this, discard that, and next one is Homeworld suffers a damage and powers down. Oh, powers down. That's not fun. All right, so suffers a damage. Homeworld is almost half destroyed, but so is the boss. So this is a close game. We'll see what happens. So that's the end of the boss's turn. Player 1. So player 1 has 2 cards equipped. He's going to deal 2 damage and gain a health. I'm not going to bother with destroying any cards, I guess. I don't really care at this point. I'm just trying to, I'll just try to buy some weapons, like maybe that rocket launcher if I can. I'm going to deal 2 damage. So this is 2 damage, and this is 2. Is my ally willing to spot me a card? Sure. So she's going to discard a card to deal 2 more. So a total of 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. And can I equip anything? Yeah, I can equip the flashbang, and I can equip this tase tethers like that in my equipment slots. And then I've got some money to spend. I've got 4 to spend. I'm going to buy the rocket launcher. Why? Because I need firepower. All right, I'm going to flip these over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got 5 cards. Great. My next hand. I'm going to flip the card over. There's player 2. Yes, player 2. So player 2 is going to equip and gain a slot. She's up to 4 slots. Got 2 things equipped. I'm just going to discard that and draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to try to attack as aggressively as possible now. All right, so got player 1. Okay, player 1. Did I just go out of order? I did. I just totally messed that up, but who cares? This is my first playthrough, so this will probably help me out a little bit. Look, I'm only going to be able to do 2 damage, so I do 2 damage. 1, 2 to the boss, no biggie. I do have 4 slots, so I'm going to equip all 4 weapons. So I feel like this is going to be a big attack, and then I've got 2 I could spend, so I could buy this pistol. I'm going to buy this plasma pistol for 2. And discard that and draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I cannot wait for Tsana's next turn. And then of course we have the boss. So the boss is mad. The homeworld suffers a damage. Powers down. So I don't feel like it's even worth powering up the homeworld at this point. All right, the homeworld suffers 2 damage. Okay, so this is starting to get a little dire, especially because Tsana's almost dead. So if she gets that card again where she takes 2 damage for having the most slots, she can die, and then the homeworld's really going to take a beating. All right, let's flip these over, and let's hope that Tsana goes first. All right, this is getting interesting. All right, flip the first card over. Player 1. All right, Tsana's going to go. Tsana's going to deal 1 damage. Going to deal 4 damage. Gonna deal 4 damage and hurt an ally possibly and deal 5 damage. So that is 1, 6, 10, 14. So Tsana deals 14 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 14. Dirathian Behemoth is down to 11 health. Down to 11 health. Why do I have these? Oh, these are my hand. I still can go. Look at this. I still have a turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could buy another Atmoscope. I could buy the double shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also buy this for 7. I need 3. Oh wait, I don't have 3 equipped weapons right now though. I could have saved them, but I'm not going to. So to buy that heavy mecha cannon, I guess I'll buy the Atmoscope once more. Yeah, I'll buy the Atmoscope, and I'll flip these cards over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. Got 2 weapons. Gain a slot is useless now. All right, boss turn. He is mad. Any player in the homeworld suffers a damage. All right, there we go. And homeworld suffers a damage. He's really hitting the homeworld hard. Next turn, we have player 2. So player 2 is going to fire. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gain a health. Tsana is going to, of course, discard one of her cards to help out. So we deal 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are getting so close. I think we got this guy. I honestly didn't think we would do it. I guess I shouldn't celebrate yet. So we got the rocket launcher ready to go, and I've got some stuff here to spend. So I'm going to spend 4 and buy double shot, I guess, just to have another attack card ready to go. And I'm going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And I got flashbang and 3 weapons. All right, so I've got some more attack. The next player to go is going to be the boss. The boss is coming after us. Any player suffers 3 damage. Yes, 1, 2, 3. And any player suffers 2 damage. So I'm going to have to do here. So 1, 2, and discard a card from the boss deck. Like that. I discarded one of the only minions. Next turn is going to be player 1. Player 1 has no weapons equipped. Now she does. She has 2. The Behemoth only needs 5. I feel like this is gonna come down to the wire, actually. She's going to power up again. So now she's at full power. So during her turn, she can attack with all of her weapons and may lose as many number of slots to return that many weapons from your discard pile to your hand. That could have been useful earlier in the game. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Oh, I've got a lot of weapons this time. So she needs to act. If we can stay alive for her to activate 2 more times, we've got it. And then we got player 2. All right, so player 2 is going to shoot his rocket for 3. 1, 2, 3. He gains fuel, which is nice, and he can destroy the top card of a supply deck, but I don't think he's going to bother. And she's going to equip these 2. Probably just going to discard. We'll just discard these and draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. We got 2 more weapons. I think we finally hit our rhythm. Okay, so the Dirathians can go twice. So I think we can make it. We just have to survive. If we get knocked out, then it's going to be tough. All right, so player 1. Okay, player 1 is good. So player 1's going to deal 1 damage. Boom. And then player 1's going to deal 2 damage. Boom. And we have defeated the Dirathian Behemoth. Thank you, Tsana, and thank you, Reshi. Well, this was actually a lot of fun. I think I probably made a couple of mistakes just playing this quickly on camera. And I hope I remembered all the rules. I think I got everything right. It was really strange. What happened was I got the cards out. I thought I had shuffled them, but I didn't. So when I discarded cards off the top at the beginning, I actually discarded like all of this boss's minions. Okay, so this boss is very minion light. So this is a really interesting boss. he just comes at you. Like, look at our health. So our health is down to 1. Reshi would actually be dead if she didn't have some of those heal cards, because she healed like 3 times. So this would have been, this would have been even closer, because all that damage would have gone right to the home world. So this was really good. I was really impressed. I like some of the new weapons, and I think this would be really interesting to then mix in with the other cards, and I'm really excited to see what is going to happen in the next mission. So for the next mission, I actually have to open an envelope. I'm not even sure what the next boss is. So this is a really fascinating little twist. I like the afterburn effect. I didn't really get a lot of cards that use it. I know Reshi has 1 card, and I don't know, is there another card that even has it on it? Yeah, I didn't really come across them that much this game. And the new bolster effect, Reshi had it. One of her cards has the new bolster effect that lets you play the card on another player's turn. And because bolster is, here it is. So because bolster is not a normal Astro Knights thing for me. I don't even know if it's in Aeon's End. It's not in my rhythm. It's not in my like muscle memory to even look for it right now. I did remember to look for the afterburn a couple of times. So Astro Knights has replaced Aeon's End for me. The only thing I miss from Aeon's End is I do miss the portals, flipping the portals, and then when you fully like open the gate, you get like a +1 damage. Although I feel like the weapons are sufficiently interesting that they kind of make up for that. And I think so far I really like how these two different characters are used. I didn't really get to use their powers this game either. I didn't get to use the homeworld power because this guy kept powering it down. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm glad I backed it. I'll be definitely looking to see what Astro Knights, what other things come out for Astro Knights. My only reservation about Astro Knights is each game so far just comes in a progressively bigger box with progressively more and more stuff, and I'm a little afraid that this game, which is supposed to be a quicker, faster, simpler Aeon's End, is going to turn into its own bloated monster of a game eventually. But I will say the setup for this is much faster. The gameplay is super fast. It's silky smooth. It's a little simpler than Aeon's End. So if you like a crunchier game, Aeon's End is probably where it's at for you. But for me, this is I think this for this style of game, this is about where it is. And I love that. I love the arc. I was so sure the Dirathian Behemoth was just going to bash me. I mean, he just hits you relentlessly twice every activation. I was sure we were going to just collapse, but somehow we made it to level 3. Just at the end of level 3, we were able to take him out. So this was a nail-biting game. It's a lot of fun. So thank you, solo gamers out there, for joining me in an adventure into the unknown. I put a game on my table I've never played before, and I had a blast learning it. So if you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to my channel. It'll notify you when I put new content out. It'll help me grow my channel and give me some encouragement to keep going. And as always, have fun solo gaming.